A Rai dynasty was a Buddhist dynasty based in Sindh, which ruled much of the northwestern regions of the Indian subcontinent. The influence of the Rai extended from Kashmir in the east, Makran and Debal port in the west, Surat port in the south, and the Kandahar, Sulaiman, Ferdan and Kikanan hills in the north. It ruled an area of over 600,000 square miles, and the dynasty reigned a period of 143 years. The Battle of Rasil in 644 played a crucial role in the decline. The battle resulted in the Makran coast being annexed by Rashidun Caliphate. The book Chachnama chronicles the final demise of the Rai dynasty and the ascent of the Hindu Chachavalur to the throne. The emperors of this dynasty were great patrons of Buddhism. They established a formidable temple of Shiva in present-day Surat, Pakistan, close to the capital in Alror. This is consistent with the historical accounts from the times of Ashoka and Harsha. His numerous monarchs from the Indian subcontinent never sponsored a state religion and usually patronized more than one faith. Origins. B.D. Merchandani says, our knowledge of the Rai dynasty, which is not a great deal, is derived entirely from three Muslim chronicles of Sindh. The history of the Rai and Brahmin dynasties is almost entirely dependent on the Muslim chronicles, especially the Chachnama and Shahnama. The rise to power in the time of shifting political scenes with the wane of the Sassanid influence in the wake of the Hepthalite invasions, and with the rulers issuing silver coins bearing the likeness by the 7th century. The Chachnama describes the extent of Rais Ahira's domain. The limits of his dominions extended on the east to the boundary of Kashmir, on the west to Makran, on the south to the coast of the sea in Debal, and on the north to the mountains of Ferdan and Kikanan. He had appointed 4 governors in his kingdom, one at Brahmanabad, and the fort of Makran and Debal, Luina, Lakar, Samar and the river were left under his management. Another at the town of Siwastan, and Ladia, Chingan. The skirts of the hills of Rajan up to the boundary of Makran were given into his charge. The third at the fort of Iskandar and Bavias to Warajajor, and the supplementary territories of Danod were given in his possession, and the fourth at the town of Multan, and the towns of Sikar, Kand, Ishtar and Kih up to the boundary of Kashmir were entrusted to him. The king himself had his headquarters in the city of Aror, retaining Ferdan, Kikanan, and Bahamas directly under his sway. Demise. According to the Chachnama, the last Rai emperor, Rais II, died through illness without any issue. By that time Chach was in complete control of the affairs of the kingdom. However, when Rais II was near to death, Suhanadi explained to Chach that the kingdom would pass to other relatives of the dying king in absence of any direct heir to the kingdom. Consequently, they kept secret the news of the king's death until claimants to the throne were killed through conspiracy. Following this, Chach declared himself ruler and later married Suhandi. This ended the Rai dynasty and began the dynasty of Chach. 6 months after death of Rais Ahasi, his brother, Rana Maharath of Chitta, challenged Chach in combat, claiming to be rightful ruler of the Rai dynasty. Chachnama states that Maharath was killed as the two engaged in a duel, in which it was forbidden to mount a horse or any other animal. During the duel, Chach mounted a horse in order to kill his rival. Rulers. Andre Wink reports on the possibility of the corruption of the Sanskrit names and renders them as related in parenthesis in the following chronology. Of the Rai rulers of Sindh, Rai Dynasty, a powerful chief who forged alliances and extended his rule east of Makran and west of Kashmir, south to the port of Karachi and north to Kandahar. Rais Ahira's. Rais Ahasi. Rais Ahira's II died battling the king of Nimroz. Rais Ahasi II, the last of the line,